Welcome back to the USF Oracle Sports Podcast. I am Mithil Vyas, the host for today and the sports editor at the Oracle. Today I'm joined by fellow editor,
assistant sports editor, Tobey Blair. I got it for you, dude.
There we go. Thank you. And we're also joined again by the man behind the camera.
Hello.
Zahir Nelson.
The camera is
Down there.
There we go. Speaking of the mic.
Hello.
Yes.
He's down there.
There we go.
I think they zoomed that one out.
Yeah, they might have. Anyways, but going into some talk this week, some athletics talk here. So all we talked about sports. Obviously, the Bulls are coming off a disappointing loss to Navy, 41-38. Alex Golesh this morning at the press conference asked him about some rumors circulating the internet. Men's basketball will play Oklahoma State tomorrow.
Alex Golesh Bowl.
And women's basketball will play Duke on Thursday, as well as volleyball will host the American tournament where they have the number 2 seed. So, Tobey, why don't you get started off with the Navy loss?
Oh, my goodness. There are times in college football where the score is not representative of a game. That was one of those times. The fact that Navy won this football game by only 3 points is shocking, because from the opening drive, it didn't really feel like USF was really in this. Service academies are annoying because they're so confusing. I imagine they're really annoying to scheme against because when you run, how many plays did they run? I don't know.
They ran on a lot.
A lot of plays.
I think they had over 50 attempts rushing.
And 1 million of them were triple options. I mean, yeah, just I don't know what you expect, but clearly USF wasn't ready for it. I dig service academies. They're cool. They're kind of unique. I like when they play each other. Watching them play other teams is kind of annoying because it's just kind of like, this is like some 1890s football we've got going on. They know they can throw the ball.
They did.
They did a few times.
They had some pretty big, or one really big throw. That one-handed 80-yard catch, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty long. I mean, I'm kind of sounding salty here. I have no dog in the fight. But because I covered this sport, I have to watch that game. 60 minutes, I wish I could get back. A little, and it's more like 4 hours, really. But just kind of, I don't know. Tell me I don't know ball. I don't care. Not the most exciting brand of football. I love when Navy plays Army because then it's just like, look at these two little guys. They don't even know about anything. They're so foolish.
Little guys, but I mean, when these little guys join the American, now they've taken over. I mean, Army just won it. Won the conference last year. Navy, I mean, sitting atop the conference at the moment with just one conference loss alongside UNT and ECU.
Yeah, I mean, this is true. He makes a valid point. That, for me, that doesn't make it any less annoying to watch. But, I mean, really, Navy's a really well-coached team, incredibly disciplined. I would hope so. They're the Navy, like the United States Navy, or like the military. So discipline should probably be your strong suit. But my goodness, like, what did they run for here? 338 yards on 53 rushing attempts.
Yikes.
Come on, like,
I think that's
incredible.
something
Incredible. 6.8 or 6.4 yards per rush. Just, I mean, oh my God. Like, it was the fact that USF won this or lost this game by 3 points is incredible. Because Navy had the ball for 35 minutes of this game, which honestly, it felt like a lot more. USF's opening drive was pretty long, which is very uncharacteristic of them. But Navy's defense is a big, I saw a tweet. I don't remember who it was by, but it was like, the issue is that you're trying to out physical the Navy. They're the Navy. Probably not going to beat them in the physicality standpoint, but your season, your South Florida season, barring any absolutely insane results, effectively is over. You have a bowl game, the Meineke Car Care Bowl, or whatever, the Nathan's Hot Dog Bowl,
Hot dog reference from last podcast.
the Yingling Center Hot Dog Bowl. Yeah, your season's pretty much over. You're not making a conference championship. Probably. You're definitely not making the playoff.
No.
But a season probably to be happy about. Byron Brown had 327 yards, 2 touchdowns. He ran for 2 touchdowns and 136 yards. I mean, that guy can just do it all.
Oh, he's
an individual.
No, I would, as a journalist myself, I don't want to get all crazy and stuff, but he undoubtedly is a great player. And it's just kind of, you can see it through the way he plays. He can run the ball efficiently. He can run over people efficiently. He can throw the ball very far. He can throw it short for a tunnel screen that will go Moody or Rubin at the end. I mean, breaking over all those tackles, that was kind of fun to see there. But obviously, South Florida is trying to make this push. Recently, I think a few hours ago, they just posted Byron Brown and his Heisman campaign.
No.
Unfortunate to say, 3 losses will not get you there.
I don't care about the 3 losses. He hasn't been a good enough quarterback to warrant a Heisman campaign.
I mean, the last few games, if he played like that all year, if they beat Memphis, which they should have, if they did beat Navy, we'd have a much different conversation at this moment. But since they lost both of those games, we're having this conversation, which is, no, he should not get Heisman, no matter how he's played. It should go to Mendoza.
Well, you know what I'm going to say, Mithil? If my grandma had 2 wheels, she'd be a bike. Hasn't played up to par, and in USF's losses, other than this Navy one, he's kind of been problematic. Obviously, maybe some Sam Darnold-esque seeing ghosts against Miami. Didn't look like he knew what was going on. Memphis, you have a great first quarter. He throws one of the worst interceptions I've ever seen. Like, it was like,
Straight to the guy.
Roll out to my left. We're wearing blue, right? No, you're green and gold. So, Memphis, I don't know what uniforms they were wearing. Not the ones that the South Florida players were wearing, that's for sure. But outside of that, had a great game. Second half, they put up 3 points, 7 points.
I think they put up 10 points.
10? Not a lot. Not enough to win the football game. Obviously, this game, you have an absolutely stellar game. You still throw a pretty bad interception. Another I didn't see him one. Byram, what an interesting thing he's going to be. Is he gonna leave? Is he gonna stay here?
I don't know.
He's certainly not gonna go to the NFL. Just not a pro style quarterback. But that will be interesting to see. But apparently, somebody else is gonna leave. If you are on Twitter,
if you're
X.
on X,
somebody's gonna leave.
If you're
Alex
on X,
Golesh, apparently.
Oh yeah, people in the USF sphere, as we like to call it, on X and Instagram as well, are concerned with head coach Alex Golesh leaving. Which, if this is the first time you're hearing about this, dear viewer,
a little late.
Yeah, considering this would have been.
This will be Friday, so it's been about a week.
It's been about a week, considering we heard about the news on Monday.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Originally it was reported by Carson Cunningham,
who is somebody
that has sources, according to him, that said Alex Golesh interviewed for the Oklahoma State job and remains atop the list. Golesh, followed by Eric Morris, are the 2 leading candidates for the job. And then he said, I expect this to move quickly this week with an announcement likely first week of December. But
I'm calling bull.
I mean,
like USF bull.
But
what do we
this morning, little old me went to Alex Golesh's weekly press conference.
Man, the legend, Mithil Vyas,
sat in front of him. There we go. I asked him, have you heard anything about this? Did you do this? And he straight up said no.
I have the full quote right here. Alex Golesh said, I have not. I addressed it a couple weeks ago. I'm so locked in and focused on this program and this team. We have so much work to do, but I have not. I try to stay away from the social media piece. For me, I said it a couple weeks ago, but it's incredibly humbling that when people bring your name up, it's because these guys have done an elite job of building this place to where people are taking notice. Credit to our kids, credit to our staff, but I have not. So either Alex Golesh is a liar or this random guy who had, and this is what I love. One of the beautiful things about journalism is that I could go on the USF Oracle account right now and just tweet something. Nobody can stop me from doing that.
That is true.
So maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But for you, the viewer, take these things with a grain of salt.
Considering the man himself said, I did not. I have not. I mean, there's no reason to not trust him. I mean, if he wanted to say
A little Lane Kiffin action going on.
if he wanted to say that he has, if he wanted to say anything about it, he would have. I feel like he's usually very open during these press conferences. But when that came out, it was kind of blown very much out of proportion, and people were like, "Oh, he's leaving," or "Good, he's leaving," and just like going back to, I mean, 3 years in, it's 3 years in. This is, like you've been saying, this is not Alabama. It's South Florida. I mean, 3 years and you're getting 3 bowl games, maybe 3 bowl wins. You never know. But you have a chance at a double-digit win season. I mean, as long as the Bulls win against UAB, Rice, and then their bowl game, which maybe UConn in the Gasparilla Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know what this. I'm very confused about what this whole thing is about. A lot of what I see on USF Twitter and USF X and Instagram and all that fun jazz is like, oh, we didn't compete for a conference championship and make the college football playoff. Fire Alex Golesh. Do you know what school you go to? Do you know the university that you attend? This isn't Penn State, dude. You don't go to Ohio State. You don't go to Oregon. It's the football program was founded 28 years ago.
Yeah, and I mean, it's definitely got its name into the national conversation. I mean, in 2007, obviously that number 2 ranking, and they fell out. But especially this year, people were like, "Oh,
2007."
USF is the Cinderella team this year. They're the Group of 5 favorite," which they were, and then they lost to Navy, they lost to Memphis, and they lost to Miami, which Miami's a really good team still. But I mean, Memphis and Navy, those were both winnable games for this South Florida team. It comes down to coaching, which is what Alex Golesh said today. He said it's completely 100% it's my fault. And I can't say like, oh, he sucks. I'm just going to be like, I mean, yeah, there's some questionable decisions you made. I mean, Cole Skinner on a 4th and 1. You have arguably one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in Byron Brown. Yeah, Cole Skinner has 2 touchdowns on the season. I mean, but does that make you want to go for Cole Skinner over Byron Brown?
Yeah. But that's the issue is that, you know what? I love this sport. I love everything about the football. And we talked about this last week, just like my unbridled love for football. It's a great sport. Alex Golesh knows a lot more about football than anybody watching this podcast. Period. Done. Can sometime here's the thing. This was the same thing in Memphis with the 4th down. This is the same thing with a 2-point conversion against Navy. Same thing with Cole Skinner up the middle. It doesn't work, and you go, "Oh, look, what an idiot! Didn't work." And if it does work, USF whoever is tweeting, "Wow, Alex Golesh, such a genius. I'm so sad he's going to go to a Power 4 school like Oklahoma State, a real blue blood program like Arkansas." It is so tired. Make up your mind. Do you like him or do you not like him? There are some people that have been very consistent on if they like him or not like him. But in general, it's just this idea of like, yeah, sometimes things aren't going to go your way, but that doesn't mean that he's a bad coach. Because you don't go 7-3 or 10-3 or whatever he's going to end up going as a bad coach. You know, you just don't. It just doesn't happen. Is there room for improvement? Yes. Would Alex Golesh tell you that? Yes. But this whole thing about like this school's not Alabama. It's not Georgia. It's not Texas. It's not Notre Dame. I don't know where the expectation before the season, it was like what, 8 wins was cool total with a bowl game?
Yeah.
8 wins was like, wow, yeah, you're doing good, coach. Good for you.
Yeah, before the season.
And then you beat UF in Boise State, and all of a sudden it's like, it's college football playoff or bust. What are you talking about? That's not real. Like the team is clearly very good. You know who else is very good? Navy, Memphis. You know who else has consistently competed in the conference for a long time, and not even in the conference, but just in college football? Memphis, Navy, Miami, the 3 losses. You know, I mean, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. I don't know that I ever will understand it. But there's just a certain point where I think that people have gotten maybe a little over their heads about what kind of university the University of South Florida is. Down the line, maybe you have that consistent winning culture. But I'll remind you that just a few years ago, USF won 4 games in 3 years. They were ranked in 2018. And then, I mean, like, who are the lists of elite South Florida coaches? Jim Leavitt, good coach, 95 wins or whatever.
Yeah.
Got, let's name some titans of USF football here. Willie Taggart, Charlie Strong,
Jeff Scott. Like, you don't have Nick Saban, man. It's okay that you don't have Nick Saban. It's okay that you don't have Kirby Smart. It's okay that you don't have Dan Lanning. Like, all these elite, that was a crazy trio. Nick Saban, Kirby Smart, and Dan Lanning. They were all on the same team.
And Lane Kiffin. No, but it's okay that you don't have these, like, because you're not there yet. And there's nothing wrong with not being there yet. But that's not how this works. It's not how it's ever worked, where you just all of a sudden get this elite coach who's the greatest coach of all time and then turn the football program around and go win a national title. Listen, how do I put this in a way that is not, I'm just gonna go for it. If at any point in this season you thought the University of South Florida was going to actually genuinely compete for a national title, you hang up the gloves, man. Hang up your helmet, because that's just not realistic. That's not where the program's at, and it's not going to be for a little while. You're not even in a Power 4 conference. You don't have that. You can pull off some upset wins every now and again, but football's not the sport for that. You know, football it's a pretty good sport at figuring out who's better. Styles make fights. We found that out against Navy. Styles make fights, but like if you were expecting that, listen, I can say this now because it's not going to happen. If USF won out, beat Navy, beat Rice, beat UAB, mm-hmm. and their trip was to Athens, Georgia, for a bowl game, they were getting 60 hung on their head. That's okay, because making it there is the accomplishment. That's okay. But you have to acknowledge that that's okay. That's where the program's at. Maybe in 10 years you'll be competing with SEC teams. Maybe you'll be in the Big Ten. Some people would like to hear that, but right now you're not, and that's fine. That's okay. That's part of the process of getting there.
The process.
It's all about the process.
It's all about the process. No.
Sorry for crashing out.
No, I agree. People are having this sort of this mindset of, hey, we USF we just lost to Navy, so our season's over. I mean, is it really over? The team is 7-3. They're playing UAB this Saturday, who's 3-7. They play Rice I don't know their record, but I know they're not fantastic.
Certainly not Titans of the American Conference.
No, but
Hey, remember when JFK was there? No, you don't. You don't know ball like I do. JFK was at Rice.
Anyways, and then the Bulls have a bowl game. This is confirmed. I mean, they won 6 games. They're going to a bowl game. Where it is, who it's against, I mean, that could matter maybe a little bit. Say if when we get to said bowl game, will players opt out?
Probably.
As it's their last year?
Maybe. It depends. It doesn't seem to me like South Florida has that kind of culture.
But considering what Carson Cunningham said, he said first week of December for Alex Golesh to announce said Oklahoma State job, which he said no anyways. That would be around 2 weeks before a bowl game. If Alex Golesh came out around the beginning of December and said, hey, I'm going somewhere else, we will see players sit out. We will see players enter the transfer portal. We will see a ton of players leave.
Yeah, and so that's the thing that that I think that people don't necessarily get is ultimately, if you like Golesh, hate Golesh, or whatever, if Golesh leaves,
most of this team is gone.
Brown is gone. Koger's probably gone. Hewlett, your backup quarterback, the guy that's supposed to replace Brown, probably gone. These guys come to play for Alex Golesh because of his offensive ability. I mean, he transformed, I think it was the 106th offense, Tennessee, the year before he came there. In 2 years, they were the number 1 scoring offense in the country. He's undoubtedly, you can deny his experience as a coach or whatever, he's undoubtedly a really great X's and O's guy.
He is.
He runs an incredibly potent offense, and these guys come to play for him. You will probably watch that entire team leave. That entire team that has built up all of this will probably transfer. They speak highly of Alex Golesh when we interview them, when we talk to them, just talking, when we in post-game press conferences and midweek press conferences, all they have is praise for Alex Golesh. I've honestly, in my 2 years here at the Oracle, have never heard a player say something negative about Alex Golesh. They regard, like, what you want to say about him, they really like him. They are really big fans of what he has going here. And I wouldn't really be surprised if they follow him to Oklahoma State.
No, I mean, if he did go.
If he did go. For the record, I don't think he will. But
no, I honestly don't either. It was like a whole thing, and then, but say he does leave. The team is gone.
The USF, as you know, it is gone, and you're entering another rebuild after, you have a whole new team that has to come in here and compete. College football now, kind of with NIL, is a thing where you can maybe compete in year one, but would you rather have a coach that has won 8 games, 9 games, 10 games in year 3, or have a coach that hopefully can get it together in year 1? I would probably prefer the coach that has proven to me he can win at the program that he's at.
If I was a player, I would kind of be along the same lines there. And you don't know, say Alex Golesh leaves, who would be
fired up.
You don't know who would kind of take over if he did leave.
Yeah, and I mean,
it's most likely not going to be John Gruden.
Oh my God.
The people that say that.
I love you, John Gruden.
I love John Gruden. He's
under no circumstances.
He's a great.
He's a funny guy.
He knows a lot. He knows a lot about football.
Spider 2, why banana? Show me your snap count. Yeah, no, I mean, he's not, no. But listen, here's the thing is that, you see this brick wall behind me? I bet you Alex Golesh could convince me to run through that. And it's paper, but if it was a real brick wall, maybe he could too. Him and Rob Higgins, they're inspirational, motivational speech guys. And that seems to be the general consensus, talking to people within athletics, talking to all these people, that Alex Golesh has a team that's incredibly bought in. And so, I mean, just in general, like, I mean, they're leaving. They're going. If he goes, and they're not showing anybody their snap count. That's for sure. They're not going to be in South Florida anymore. Now here's a guy, Byron Brown, will be at probably a Power 2 school at that point. We're not going to get speculative here, But
No,
a lot of people would likely leave if Golesh leaves, and that's what is the Forrest Gump, and that's all I have to say about that.
no, but it does come down to a culture thing, and it's something that he's built very well. Obviously, in his third year here at USF, but someone that's still trying to build culture here in just his first year, Brian Hodgson.
Brian Hodgson,
4 games in, 3-1 record, lost to George Washington.
Sorry, you go.
Kind of fell apart defensively on the rebound, and when at his press conference on Monday, he on a scale of 1 to 10, he gave the offensive 7, a defense of 5. He said they really need to clean things up on the rebounding side, on the glass.
Mm-hmm. So here's my chance. Someone get me a form. I'm looking at the camera. Joseph Pinion, I am sorry. I told you to stop shooting the ball. Keep shooting the ball. That's on me. That's my bad.
And good on Brian Hodgson. He said at the press conference, he's like, yeah, everyone on Twitter, all these Twitter coaches were like, oh, just throw Joseph Pinion away. And he's like, I trusted my guy. The last thing you want to do for a shooter is, even if he's cold, the last thing you want to do is bench him.
Dion Waiters. Dion Waiters.
Zahir, you know all about that.
All about Dion Waiters.
I think I know the full quote.
Do tell.
I'd rather go 0 for 30 than go 0 for 9. Because if you go 0 for 9, that means you stopped shooting. I mean, you lost confidence.
Exactly. That is.
There we go.
Bang. That is I mean, and I guess that was, I guess I don't know ball. I don't know USF basketball. Joseph Pinion, I'm sorry. Brian Hodgson has known you for a little bit longer than I have, so maybe he had a little bit more trust in you.
He's
and so what I said last week that I will reinforce is that I just have a little bit of bad mojo from last year, watching Jameel Reynolds pull up from 3 over and over and over again. He is 7 feet tall, and I guess you're not, Joseph Pinion, and so maybe that makes your game a little different. But I mean, you have my faith now. So sorry.
Yeah, and he collected American Conference Player of the Week.
Yeah,
he dropped 24 points in 2 back-to-back games, shooting a combined 13 of 23 from the field.
Really shot myself in the foot with that one.
Oh yeah. So maybe Tobey has some kind of way with words of, hey, if this player he's not doing it well, and then that player will just immediately do well.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Who do I want? Who do I want? I don't even know.
No, you can't willingly do it. You can't say,
it has to be honest.
Yeah, it has to be honest. You can't say, oh, I want this person to do good, so I'm going to say they're not doing good. It has to be like a...
I was thinking like Drake May or Mac Jones, but they're both playing pretty well. So
Mac Jones did not play this weekend.
Yeah, but he was playing pretty well.
He was.
I don't watch the 49ers. I don't care. I just love Mac Jones. Drake May, though. Drake May.
Tobey is a Patriots fan, for those who do not know.
Big Pats fan. Drake May.
Better than my team, but we don't talk about them.
Skull.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on from men's basketball, women's basketball under Michelle Woods-Baxter, they just came back from Las Vegas.
What's the score on that game?
Which game? They played in the...
You let me know. You look at that. You look at those
UCLA.
scores and tell me which game I'm talking about.
UCLA, number 3 in the nation. They did some things. 94-61, they beat the Bulls.
Close game. Get them next time. You got the Blue Devils.
They do. They have the Blue Devils this Thursday.
Yeah. I guess USF fans are probably saying, thanks, Jose Fernandez, for giving us that schedule and then leaving.
Yeah, I mean...
Appreciate it.
It's funny, but they did have kind of the same schedule last year. It's just some of them are at home now.
Speaking about basketball, women's basketball.
Go ahead.
I think we have 2 upsets.
Who's we?
I mean, not we.
Ah, shit.
Just like in the
Restart it.
Just start from the top.
Speaking of women's basketball, I think we, as a nation, have 2 big upsets. Scranton versus Pitt.
Oh, my. Yeah, I heard about that. What a time.
Oh, yeah.
And then you also have Duke losing to a 5-man West Virginia, I believe.
Oh yeah, 5-man 5-woman West Virginia.
Yes.
Indeed, there's a little scuffle 6 players were thrown off, and then West Virginia ended up winning that game.
Sad to see Blue Devils lose.
Will the Blue Devils lose to South Florida this week?
No, they will not. No.
Maybe
but
they just
it would
need to
be fun. They lost last year. I remember watching that. I was in Memphis,
did.
Tennessee. I was actually in Arkansas. I was right across the river, Mississippi River,
Arkansas?
watching that game. Alex Golesh confirmed. Arkansas Razorbacks, Hogs, Mud. Much to think about. Anyway.
we should probably cut that.
No, I think we should keep that in. The viewer needs to know.
The viewer won't know, which is the problem.
Those who know.
Those who know.
Hey, if you know, you know.
If you know Will Rainsberger.
Guess I don't know.
Will Rainsberger.
Guess I don't know. Yeah. No. I highly doubt they will beat Blue Devils. But the viewer will know by the time this comes out.
That is true, and we will also know.
I will also know that. I'm not sure why just the viewer has to know. I can know too.
Yeah.
Duke is they're kind of a basketball school. A beautiful campus. Love the Duke Chronicle. Big Duke guy. Grew up loving Christian Laettner. That's why I am the way I am. So that's all I have to say about that.
Glad you showed your love for Duke there.
I was wearing my Christian Laettner jersey last podcast, actually.
Oh, yeah, you were.
You weren't there.
No, I
This guy
watched
doesn't
it,
do his
though.
job.
Whoa. I was doing other jobs.
That's what I said. I said he loves this other job more than this job. Not going to be an AP poll voter.
Anyways, moving off of basketball here, but moving into volleyball, which they host the entire American Conference tournament this weekend, which would be
Today,
the day,
tomorrow, and the next day for you.
Dear viewer, today,
I'm from
tomorrow,
the past.
and Sunday.
I'm from the future. I'm not. This is Tuesday.
This is Tuesday. But
November
USF is ranked number 2. They will play number 7, Charlotte, who they did sweep in both matchups this season. They beat the 49ers in straight sets in Tampa and then won 3-1 in Charlotte. But I'm hoping this podcast will come out before they play on Friday, which is at 5 p.m. So there is that to look ahead to, South Florida fans. A lot of athletic teams here at South Florida are making conference tournaments or championships. Men's soccer, unfortunately, lost. Women's soccer, unfortunately, lost. They did both make it, though. Volleyball is the number 2 seed. They're in.
Who's the 1 seed? Do you know off the top of your head? Quick little quiz. Rice?
Yep.
It's probably because John F. Kennedy was there in the 60s.
Could be. Could very well be.
We
It's not, but could very well be.
moon. We choose to go to the moon.
But anyways, I think that quite about does it for us here. Alex Golesh rumors maybe heating up, maybe cooling down after he just said no. Volleyball, we'll see how it goes after the weekend. Go check out our recap, maybe of the tournament recap on some of the day, one day when it's done for them.
It will be done on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Indeed. Go check us out on USFOracle.com. And special thank you to Rachell Ross and Nathan Poulette for editing and helping us with this. Special thank you to Tobey Blair for being here, as always, and Zahir for always being here.
I get a special thank you.
Thank you for the laugh track.
They thought that was funny. I like to laugh.
There we go.
I like to laugh.
The laugh seems like it's a Friends show.
Well, they're still going.
Interesting.
Okay.
She really enjoyed that. Thank you. But
Goodbye.
goodbye, dear viewer.